Doug, I thought this article was wild.
It is pretty wild. It's just another car crash at its outset, but there's more than meets the eye, in my opinion. The article is from IONTB.com, which is a local Florida news website. The title is Clearwater Men Arrested After High-Speed Crash in Largo. And there's a photo of a demolished Audi R8. Looks like a recent late model V10.
And a Mazda crossover on its roof.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yep. So let's look at this article. So, of course, high-speed crash, right? All right, speed's mentioned right off the bat, as it usually is. Clearwater man was arrested following a crash that occurred at approximately 8:30 p.m. on Friday, May 2nd. Police say 54-year-old Lance Hidalgo was driving an Audi at a high rate of speed. There it is again. Speed is a factor. Rapidly changing lanes and following other vehicles too closely before colliding with another car. Witnesses estimated Hidalgo's speed between 60 and 80 mph and a posted 35.
Oh,
I would allege, based on our discussion last week about speed and people not being able to estimate, that if they said it was 60 to 80, it was probably 80 to 100.
oh yes, because our perception gets a little wonky.
Yes.
But yes, that dude was cooking.
The impact caused the victim's Mazda to overturn and come to rest on its roof.
It's like, how do you have to hit somebody for that to happen? Like, golly.
The victim sustained 2 lacerations to the head. Hidalgo admitted to causing the crash and said he was running late to an event.
Yes.
Officers reported that Hidalgo showed several signs of impairment. Oh, okay. Though he claimed he had not consumed alcohol in the previous 24 hours.
Ah.
That's what they all say. A medical blood draw indicated a BAC of 0.319.
So Doug,
I couldn't go to bed if I was at 0.319, let alone drive a car.
Doug, I got some numbers.
Okay.
There is a website called calculator.net. So this is very reliable. There's numbers. And they have a blood alcohol concentration calculator.
Okay.
So for me,
I know that you think all I can do, I know that you people think, not Tyler knows I'm smarter than this, that all I can do is sell cars. I took a C++ programming class.
Oh, you did?
At Case Western Reserve University.
Oh, nice.
Where I attended. I programmed a BAC calculator.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Nice.
I wrote code for that.
I actually didn't know this
And
guy
it
wrote
worked.
it. Heck yeah. So this calculator asks you to put in a body weight and gender and a time since your first drink. So I entered for me 180 pounds, 6 hours. I did 6 hours because I was feeling kind, because I knew this was a lot of alcohol. So in order to reach a 0.31% BAC, I would have to consume an entire 750 milliliter bottle of whiskey in 6 hours. And that sounds horrific. I would be dead if I did that. A whole bottle.
I think halfway through, I'd be too drunk for the glass to find my mouth.
I know. I'd be vomiting. I'd be like, this.
Golly.
So in 6 hours, this whole thing.
Oh my goodness.
So that, because I was curious, because when I've always heard people call out, BAC because it is the metric we use, but I didn't have any context for like how bad that was. You have the comparison to the legal limit, but like, how bad is it? This is horrible.
0.31 is insane.
How could he even... There were signs of impairment. This website says...
Flashing bright red and yellow signs.
The further down on the website, if you scroll, in the 0.3 range, it says you will have stupor, central nervous system depression, loss of understanding, lapses in and out of consciousness, bladder function is impaired, breathing is impaired, you have disequilibrium, and your heart rate is all jacked. So like, oh yeah, there were signs of impairment. Dude was like barely holding it together.
That tells me though, those are probably really good cops. Because they're just like right? I've seen some of these videos, the dash cam or body cam videos where they are doing DUI tests on people that all of us on the bench can just see like they're hammered.
Yes.
And they're going through the process totally professionally, and like they'll crack a snarky joke every now and then, and that's probably what they're showing signs of impairment.
Just
Here's the rub. Here's the rub. Records show previous DUI arrests in 2020, 2019, and 2008.
Why is this dude still on the road? Get him out of here. He can't be trusted. Like, wild.
I have words, but I don't understand why this is okay. How? And this is not an isolated incident, right? In order to get what we call party plates in Ohio, which is DUI plates, it's not like I got one DUI. I think you have to have had like 3 or 4 convictions. There's multiple stories about people who were waiting to face trial for one DUI when they go out and unalive somebody with another DUI crash. A friend of mine, not a friend, a guy I knew in high school had he had actually killed one of his classmates. They were out back roads, drunk, flipped his truck, and he was waiting to face charges with that one, and he was still out driving drunk, street racing, like all this different stuff over and over again. And I'm like, how? I know the justice system has to give people fair trial, defense, stuff like that. But my goodness, how is this okay that people can do this over and over and over again and not have their license taken away for life?
Like at this point, this dude just shouldn't be driving anymore. Banned entirely, thrown in jail, something. Like at what point, is there any point in any of the 50 states where you get your license revoked for too many DUIs? Should actually look that up.
Not permanently that I know. I don't know if there's much of anything that will revoke your license permanently. People think that you should for speeding, but I just... how is the headline arrested after high-speed crash in Largo? One more case of people being biased to dislike people who are driving fast or speeding. The headline should read, multiple offender wrecks when he's friggin' hammered.
Yes. Because even if the title is factual, it's telling the wrong story.
Chronic drunk driver, habitual drunk driver, wrecks again.
Like, what? God. I just get this guy out of here.
100 different headlines.
Like, this Mazda is on its roof. How does that happen?
I mean, it's not that hard. There could have just been a curb there, and it's not that hard to flip a car.
But still, I don't know. It's insane. The amount of alcohol that needed to be consumed if this person, if I was in this situation, is wild. I could not function, and I would not even step near a car.
Well, we don't know what his license plate was, but there are some great license plates out there.
There sure are, Doug.
Yes, and the victim of this crash, I think, was fine. I think they said they had lacerations, but hopefully, if they have any ongoing injuries, they could go see Alan Hoover at Soul and Spine and get those worked out and actually recover fully. And they could probably get those medical bills from Soul and Spine paid for by this guy's insurance because he's probably rich. He owns a pool company and drives an R8 V10. So there's probably a massive settlement coming. Rightly so. Absolutely rightly so. But if you are also feeling some pain in your back, whether or not it's a result of being hit by somebody in an R8, you could also feel better because of Soul and Spine.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was pretty smooth. You're getting better at this, Doug.
Soulandspine.com. We've got some license plate. The Plate to Sample game, which is brought to you by Soul and Spine, is where we have to guess the car that belongs to these vanity plates. This is not scripted. This is a blind game. How good are we at stereotypes?
Did someone accuse this of being scripted?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought that was because somebody
we have
was
never been accused
Okay.
of that. It is
Woo!
patently obvious we're
Thank
not.
gosh.
So here we go. I only have 3 tonight.
Oh, I have 5.
You
okay.
can have all your 5.
Is it
My
really?
3 tonight are all ones that I have seen on Old Mill Road on my way home. Sorry to the people who have submitted awesome submissions. I just I went with these 3. And
Doug,
they're
are you
good.
putting yourself in front of the people? How could you do such a thing?
Putting myself
The
in front of
fans,
the
are you
people?
saying your plates are more important?
ahead
of
No,
the
it's just a Doug week.
it's
They were really good. They're really good. All right, you
That's right.
start since you have 5.
one of mine is one that I saw in person. Okay, first one for you. Off rodeo. Spelled O
Bronco.
Yes.
And it's got some mods to go off
I think it kind of does. It might be a Bronco like Raptor or
That was
something.
way too easy.
Thank you, Christian P. All mine, except for the one, I believe that the one that I have is submitted to me from switchcast.live. So if you want to send me a plate, because I'm not as popular as Doug on social media, you can head there, upload photos, little description. I look through them every week for this, and I love the bountiful choices that I have. So thank you.
Sinner. Sinner with 2 R's at the end.
Sinner, Altima.
No.
Oh, I do have to think of context. I know the location of where this car is. Like, who would drive that plate around here? That's a Mustang.
Closer.
Oh, okay. Camaro.
Yes.
Ooh, all right.
A Camaro SS, which I have no idea what Sinner has to do with the Camaro SS.
Because they're bad, Doug.
But it should have been Sinner. SS
Oh,
Inner.
yes.
Sinner. Like,
Yeah.
why did you not do that?
No, that's a good point.
Sinner would be like a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, like a blacked out Rolls. Oh, nice. Next up for you is LAYNPIP. Laying pipe.
Not laying pip. Is that, I think I've guessed this before, is that a porta potty service
No,
mobile?
but that would also be good. And you're really close.
Is it a plumber's truck?
Yes,
Like a Ford
it is.
Transit van or
It's some-
utility truck?
It's not like a transit van, but it's some beefy truck that is it's got some like piping supplies on it. So it's a good time. Thank you, Lori W, for that.
Okay, I sort of have 4, so whatever. All right, here's one. Coexist, although the S is a 5 because I think somebody else already had it.
So like what cars do you always see those bumper stickers on? That's like a Toyota Corolla, like
No.
from 2005. Oh, okay.
No.
Honda Fit.
Nope.
Am I like close at all? What is this? What is Nissan Murano?
Nope.
What is it?
It's a Cadillac XT6.
Really?
Yes.
That's okay.
I was baffled when I saw it. And it has 0 bumper stickers.
Well, it's got the big one. It's got the right there.
I did not expect that one. I saw it, I'm like, that should be on a Prius.
All right, next up for you, Doug. No Big Deal, spelled as NB Deal.
Mazda. I am 3 for 3, 4 for 4, whatever. I am on tonight.
Thank you, Tyler.
NB
for
Miata.
that. Not me, Tyler. Other more different Tyler.
All right. This one, another local one sold by Ruby Auto Group. I know because it's a plate frame. He paid for it. HEPD number 4 IT. He paid for it.
That is a Mercedes convertible.
No.
An Escalade.
No.
This is a like a Tahoe?
No.
What is it?
No, it's one of the mini Jeep Wranglers.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, he sure did pay
not
for
Wrangler,
it.
Cherokee, like
Okay.
the small one.
Yeah.
That's not a real Cherokee anymore. It's a little tiny thing. But there's a loan on it. So the past tense is incorrect. It's more like he's paying for it.
That's good. I like that. That's
Also, I looked it up, and Carfax says retail on their vehicle is $16.9 grand, but they paid $22 grand this year.
Oh,
So
boy.
maybe the plate should read he overpaid for it. It's also financed with Santander, who is the nation's largest subprime lender. I love that I can get all this from the plate.
This is amazing.
So this is why people put their thumb in front of plates. So they're really overpaying for it.
Holy moly.
Although, hold on, this could also be a religious thing, right? Because, Jesus paid for their sins. Because Christians love their vanity plates. I guess, though, although if they're pointing to God, they should be called humility plates. Maybe grace plates. But hold on.
Ethan is going to leave. I think of it.
No.
Face like this man over here.
You'll like this. All right. So it's with Santander, right? Subprime. They overpaid, probably 25% interest. So, but if their plate is, he paid for it like Jesus. If that's the case and the car gets repoed, then did Jesus take the wheel or he took their wheels?
That one's pretty good.
We really came back around. That was a good.
Really reaching for that. Good though.
Come on, he paid for it on a Jeep that you're financed with
That's
a subprime lender. What did he? Maybe it's like he really paid for it. He's
boy howdy. Alrighty, Doug. Next up for you, BFNKLN, which I'm pretty sure means Ben Franklin.
Not like beef and kiln.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin? A Ford Model T?
No, but closer than I thought you were going to be on your first guess.
Old Packard?
No. The other part.
Franklin Automobile.
No, that's a good guess, but it is not. It's an F-150 Lightning because he yeah.
I'm real Ford Model T is close to that
because it's a Ford.
Okay.
I expect you to be like way off in left field.
Well, I really appreciate that plate.
No, I
like the mind game plates.
Yes.
All right. So speaking of number plates, I'll give you one. You probably can't guess it, but there's an interesting story behind this. It's a UK plate, 1GR.
Is that like Toyota's press fleet plate for their?
I don't know,
GR,
but it sold for 250,000 British pounds sterling, which is like $7 million with the current exchange rate, on collectingcars.com.
Wait, somebody sold a plate on collecting cars?
They sell a lot of plates.
Really?
Yeah.
I do know that that's a huge
deal over there because they're lifetime. They follow the car. But I don't understand. I don't understand why that is so much. Like, I am all about vanity plates, but I don't think I'd ever spend more than $100 for one.
That is wild.
That's a house for a license plate. I mean, that's a lot of vanity.
Can we look up what it's attached to now?
Probably. I just sold, so it might take a bit to hit the system. We'll follow up later.
On a future warm-up lap coming to a podcast near you.
All right, last one.
Last one for you is Adieu.
Dodge Viper.
No.
Corvette ZR1. Something
negative.
That's a street racer mobile, right? It's got drag radials on it?
No.
Isn't Adieu like goodbye?
It is, but this is spelled a little differently. I just didn't give you the hint right away.
How is it spelled?
AUDIEU. That, my friend,
BMW
is an all-black Audi RS5 that I spotted on the highway with one of those little police badge things covering like the A in the plate.
So maybe they street race. Maybe
they
it's
probably
tuned,
do.
Whatever.
I mean, it's an RS5. It's probably making 800 bajillion horsepower. And
yes.
It's stage 4.
Wow. Man, I got a lot of points tonight.
You did. I failed.
I'm happy.
Nuts for Sticks is a brand celebrating the manual transmission in all its forms. So forget those flappy paddles because we like shifting ourselves. Check out our fun and funny stick-themed shirts at nutsforsticks.com and save 10% on your order using the discount code SWITCHCAST. That's nutsforsticks.com and use code SWITCHCAST.
Thank you for joining us for Switchcast with Doug Tabbitt and Tyler Sanders, produced by Ethan Huffnagel. Switchcast is an automotive entertainment and opinion show and nothing we say should be taken very seriously. We do not give tax, investment, legal, emotional, or professional advice, and the only licenses we hold are driver's licenses. The opinions expressed on this show are exclusively held by the people pontificating at that moment and do not reflect the values of our producers or sponsors. Our theme music is provided by Emily and Ivory. You can stream their full album on Spotify or SoundCloud. If you like this show, you can stream it in its entirety on your favorite audio podcast platform. Check out switchcast.live for more info.